to the Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 4.
Okay.
Finish up this arc of the game. We go on to the third one. We may be able to finish it before Cold Steel Trails into Reverie releases. Everything could have been gotten.
Okay.
Alright, let's go. An invitation to Pandagon from General Le Guin, no less. It seems he's been planning for all this all along. Yeah, sounds like the biggest deal I'd imagined. We'll have to make sure we stay on our toes. Sure, there's just one thing. I mean, I thought you already know what I'm thinking when we about music, right? I'm her instructor after all, no matter how much you know, she's still only 16. To keep an eye out for her. That goes without saying. I've charted the course to a destination. We can leave any time, so just let me know when you want to depart.
Here to make a Great work, everyone! Best of luck. Here to make a Great work, everyone!
Huh.
Best of luck.
Head to destination. Destination designated meeting point is a buffet space above the quarters where Bonnet, Kel, and LaBelle have already cut off. Understood. I'll call everyone together. Got it. Thanks. Microphone number 8, this is Pandagle speaking. Your ship is now in the dock. Please follow the beacon. Understood. Initiating automated boarding. Oh, we really are West three-way boarded, only just barely. The non-intervention donor should span the entire surrounding area, supposedly. Not much cause for interference when you're raiding three entire countries, huh? Plus, plus it's off the invasion into the Republic. Makes for a pretty effective blind spot. But did we really have to go all the way here just to find out what Millie Mirage is about? They're here. Enter the front runners. Scout ships in the Pentagon and more from the southeast and south. The northeast and south could it be? That makes their origins clear geographically speaking. In that case, the ships coming from the east must be new state-of-the-art military gunships and public courtesy of the Fun Company. That's right, complete with the higher carrying capacity and expanded cruising range. So many people from so many different regions gathered together for one purpose. Means it doesn't mean that all of these people are...
Indeed. Important figures from each one of our neighboring countries. The Kingdom of Liberl, the Principality of Remiferia, and even the Republic of Calvard. And if all goes to plan, we'll have a few special guests from the Bracer Guild and the SSS join us too.
Been about a month, hasn't it? Alright, this is where you escaped from, right, Ash? Wow, this ship is huge. Hey, that's Bobcat too. Just like Josette said.
So, you showed up after all.
Brigadier General Body
As do you, Schwarzer. Despite everything General Le Guin and Miss Clotilda tell me you've been through. Your Highness, Lady Angelica, it's a pleasure to have you back safely with us.
Thank you, Brigadier General. We appreciate it. Would have thought we'd be meeting here in the Pentacle at a time like this.
Agreed. Things have taken a real turn since Ordis's last provincial council. What happens here today could very well change the course of history.
Whoa, the course of history? Quite the assemblage then. Indeed it is. The fact some of our guests have already arrived, though many of them are simply here
Follow me, everyone.
We're back, Pantagruel. Not in a distressing situation this time. Oh, incredible, doesn't even begin to describe this place. Actually, haven't you and Instructor Rean been here already before, Allie? During that occasion. Rean, what did you do? It was a misunderstanding. I'm not entirely convinced. I'm sure he didn't have any impure intentions. That's the whole problem. His heart is too pure. As I've told you, Rean, nobody likes goody two-shoes. Got that right. Can you guys just not? We've known for a while of your unsociable ways. Yeah, we already accepted the fact that you're completely clueless about people's feelings, Rean. You mean to get all the luck, though. All the bad luck, I'd say. This brings back memories. Communicated with me in his arms once. Oh right, I forgot about that man. There's a lot going on that day. I don't anyone there that day expected that sort of daring escape from you. Oh, that must have been so cool. Rean, you hound. You really can't judge a book by its cover. Guys like you and Lloyd are really something else. Leave some charm for the rest of us, will you? Took to Saratoga requesting permission to Boston to take us. Permission denied. That just means everyone likes you, Rean. You're a lucky man, Rean.
Wow! Looks like the party's already started.
Kinda feels like this meeting was a long time coming, huh?
Well, I'll be. Took you guys long enough.
Long time no see, Tita.
Have you grown a few, Reach? Or am I imagining things?
Estelle... Joshua... and...
Hello again, Tita. Remember our promise?
Ren! Oh, you guys... You have no idea how happy I am to see you!
Don't you get me started, too.
So melodramatic. And here I thought you two'd have grown out of this by now.
You're one to talk. I can see you getting a little choked up yourself. Seems like you've been holding up pretty well, Agate.
As if there was any doubt. We're making progress, don't get me wrong. But there's still a lot left to take care of.
All the more reason to stay on top of our game from here on.
Oh, Sarah! You're here too!
Nice to see you again. It's been too long.
Man, it sure has. What's it been, like 3 years since you were last here in the Empire? Oh yeah, let me introduce you to Fee. Sup?
Fee? Like, the Fee? That petite powerhouse they keep talking about in all the guild branches?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sylphide. As you can see, we've heard all about the work you've been doing.
You can just call me Fee. I've heard a thing or two about you guys, too. You know, from Agate and Sherazard.
Oh yeah? Trust them to embarrass us like that.
Speaking of Shara, we still don't know where she is, do we?
Not a clue. We know she's still alive, at least. Way I figure, if she was in trouble, she'd contact us with that thing she's got.
Right. It's only been about 2 weeks since we last heard from her.
She left Heimdall altogether just after that, didn't she?
Yeah, I've got all the other Erebony Embracers looking out for her, too.
Tio! Nice tackle, Kia. Lloyd, Ellie, I'm glad you guys managed to come.
Of course. We wouldn't miss this.
Oh, I can't help myself. Come here, you two.
Ellie, I can't breathe.
Oh, Tio, I'm so relieved to see you're okay. Yona's been worried about you too, you know.
Oh, you don't say. That's cool. But also, I could really use some air.
Hoo-wee! The dynamic duo's getting bigger and bigger by the day.
Good to see you, Randy.
Right back at you, Lloyd.
Now, hold on a moment. You didn't think I'd just let that little comment of yours slide, did you?
Who's the dynamic duo? Me and Tio? I don't think we got any taller.
No, not a... crap. Forget I said anything, alright?
Shame on you, Randy. There are children here.
And we didn't forget about you, Yuna. Kia's been telling us about all you've been up to.
We heard you helped set Tio free. I'm so proud of you. Well, that was more Class 7 as a whole. It was just part of our mission. As someone who's always looked up to the SSS, it's so great seeing all of you back together again.
What do you mean? You're one of us too, Yuna. Mm-hmm. You're a lot closer to the SSS than you give yourself credit for.
That's right. You carry on the spirit of Crossbell in a way all your own.
I think we're all aware of how much you look up to the SSS. But you know what? It goes both ways.
Thank you.
Well, at the very least, you've gotten a bit more tame since the first day you bucked into the branch campus.
Come on, Randy! Let me have my moment! Oh, right! Elisa! Over here!
Ellie, you look amazing! It's been too long. I'm so glad you guys finally got the chance to reunite.
Oh, that's right. Elisa and Ellie met up about 3 months ago, huh?
Yep. Elisa's the granddaughter of the Reinford Company's founder. Not to mention a Thor's alumnus.
Thank you, Elisa. Though, I don't think I look even half as good as you. Allow me to congratulate you on your reunion as well.
Aw, thanks.
I suppose I'd better introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. My name is Rean Schwarzer, graduate of Thor's Military Academy, Class 7. Ellie, Estelle, Joshua, it's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is ours. Elisa's told me quite a bit about you already. Perhaps a bit too much, actually.
Oh, Ellie!
We definitely know you by now, after all the stories we've heard. From Tita's letters and Ren. Even Olivier and Toval.
I see. It's no surprise you knew His Highness, but I wasn't aware you knew Toval, too.
Yup. We met back on our first trip in Erebonia. He helped us out a bunch. It's good to meet you, Reen. This has definitely been a long time coming. Don't worry. You can loosen up around us. We're the same age, more or less, right?
Got it. I think I'll take you up on that. Looking forward to working with you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
As are we.
Oh.
It's been a while, Lloyd. How have you been?
Busy, to say the least. It's been crazy this past year and a half. I really owe you for your help during Operation Birdcage. I'm sure I'll get the chance to return the favor, though. I get the feeling we're gonna be seeing a lot more of each other. From here on, Reen, we fight on the same side. As equals.
Instructor Reen?
Honestly, I'm not sure I even deserve to shake your hand. I'm sure you've heard about what I've done. The mistake I made.
Reen.
It's my fault that the curse spread throughout not only the Empire, but Crossbell too. It's the same with Northumbria and Jirai as well. Even this awful war with Calvard. I have no idea how I can even begin to apologize.
No, Reen. That's wrong. It's my duty as a detective to look beyond what's on the surface. You want to know what I see? I see that this was all a setup from the very start. Nothing you could have done would have possibly changed the outcome. I see a man who, despite it all, never fell to despair. A man who continues to push back, even at this very moment. Not just for Crossbell, or even Erebonia, but for the world itself and all who reside in it. Within you lies the strength of countless allies, helping you move forward through whatever may come. I'd like the SSS to be a part of that, Reen. To be one of those allies there by your side. Empire or Crossbell, where we're from doesn't matter anymore. Now we're fighting for the world itself. Together.
Lloyd.
This guy, I swear.
Now I understand why you look up to him the way you do.
Yep. Told you he was great.
Wow. How am I supposed to follow up a speech like that? I'll gladly take your words to heart. It's good to have you with us, Lloyd. I'll be honest with you, our situation is looking grim, and it's only going to get worse from here. But that's never stopped us before. With you on board, we'll overcome every barrier in our way.
You got it.
That goes for us, too. We Laburlians got your back.
I see you've saved me the trouble of rounding you up.
Principal Le Guin.
Right on time. Is everything ready?
Is she?
General Aurelia Le Guin, commander of the Viceland Army.
Wow. I can tell this lady's a serious badass.
That's an understatement. She's one of the greatest swordmasters of our generation.
Bracers of Liberl. Special Support Section. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Aurelia Le Guin. Well met, all of you. I'd love to chat with each of you individually, of course, but time is of the essence. I suspect our other guests are anxious to get things underway.
What?
I knew it.
Well, if it isn't the Special Support Section, I do believe it's been around 2 years since our paths last crossed. Though it would seem Arios is not with you this time around.
A pleasure to see you again, Your Lordship.
Our apologies. Arios had some pressing matters to attend to, though he did make sure to send...
A man in his position seldom has any time to spare. Princess Elphin, I bring you my greetings and condolences both. We received news of Emperor Eugen's condition, as well as the tragedy that befell Prince Olivert. I can only imagine the pain this must put you through. You have my deepest sympathies.
And you have my sincerest appreciation, your lordship. I must admit, I didn't expect to be able to meet with you so soon.
Nor did I. A silver lining in the dark cloud that brought us here. Lady Mildine, allow me to thank you once again for the invitation.
The gratitude is ours, your lordship. It's an honor to receive you.
Ha ha! This is quite an extraordinary crowd we have here. Correct me if I'm wrong, SSS, but it was 2 years ago that we last met as well, was it not?
Yes, back at the trade conference.
It's good to see you again, sir.
Princess Alphen, Lady Mildine, I don't believe I've ever formally had the pleasure. Though I suppose in a way we aren't entirely unfamiliar with each other. I had the privilege of meeting your brother, you see, back during the conference.
Ah, yes, he mentioned you before. Pleased to finally make your acquaintance. Knowing you're here helps put into perspective the true scale of Operation Meal Mirage.
It's an honor to have you. We do appreciate you taking the time to come. After all, I'm sure you, of all people, have been particularly busy of late, President Rocksmith.
What?
No way!
So that's how this is gonna go.
I don't even know how to react.
How silly of us. I didn't realize we had neglected to make our introductions.
In that case, allow me to go first. I am Albert von Bartolomeus, Grand Prince of the Principality of Remiferia. It's a pleasure to meet you, students and alumni of Thors Military Academy.
And I'm Samuel Rocksmith, President of the Republic of Calvard. I'm sure I'm the last person you would expect to see here.
Prince Albert is one thing, but President Rocksmith?
Indeed. And in person, no less. What's the President of Calvard doing here? We're on the verge of war.
That is exactly why I chose to attend, Machias Regnitz. Ah, and you must be the acting Duke Alberea. And, you're Fee Clausel, correct?
Let me guess. She told you.
As I suspected, you work for Calvard's Central Intelligence Department.
That's right. I'm a second lieutenant in the CID, as well as a member of the Special Force Hercules. Thanks for your help before, by the way.
I'm Lucy Sayland, Private Secretary to the Grand Prince. For those of you we met before, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Now I understand. You were investigating Erebonia's internal affairs to prepare for today's meeting.
Wait, back up a sec. If the heads of Remiferia and Calvard are here, then...
There's only one more big nation we're missing.
It would seem they've arrived.
They made it.
Oh, you have got to be shitting me.
Liberl has just as much a stake in this as anyone else, after all.
Oh!
It's the Princess of Liberl. And beside her...
Man, today's just full of surprises, isn't it?
Sorry for the delay. I have to say, this is the most luxurious ship I've ever seen.
Thank you once again for inviting us. My name is Claudia von Auslies. I will be participating on behalf of Queen Alicia II of Liberl. Delighted to make your acquaintance, everyone.
Cassius Bright, Lieutenant General of the Royal Army of Liberl. Unfortunately, we don't really have time for pleasantries. How about we get straight down to business?
That does sound like a good idea for the rivalries. Because I hate the fact that they're basically using the cast to justify everything. Using the cost. Okay, that I think I know why didn't happen. With how Osborn is, I think that was more of a personal thing to him. Trying to keep as many as he could out from the rivalries. He couldn't keep Reen out of it because he got forcefully dragged into it. But the rest he couldn't help. The rest he could help. This feels more like a summit than an informal meeting of concerned parties. Yeah, but Eustace and Angelica must have known this was coming, right? Yes, you say plan to include representatives from both from powers outside Erebony right from the beginning. Though we had no idea who exactly would be invited or in attendance, turns out Operation Millie Mirage has many influential backers, and the Lieutenant General of Liberl is among them. I can see that. It's just... Okay, just gonna be on a separate matter for a moment. Bella, calm down. My issue is... they can pilot a knight for over 200 years. As long as they're the pilot and they die as the pilot, they will resurrect. Which I find weird enough. But then there's the whole Zecta incident, which I don't understand at all. Cassius Bright, Techno Genius who stopped Empire's invasion during the 100 Days War. After the war, he left the army and walked his race for a while. He and my father were good friends. I think I remember something involving him around 4 years ago. Right when multiple Erebony braces of the guild were blowing up. When the anomaly started in Liberl, he rejoined the army. Now he's having a friendly chit-chat with the president of Calvad, whose country is about to get invaded by Erebonia. That Muse is an excellent matchmaker. She even reached out to Inferior. Wow. Inferior is in a similar situation as Liberl and Olympso, but they fairy tale Asian should they decline. Fusion could be construed as siding with Calvad. So nations can afford to be assailed against overwhelming power of the belligerent Erebonia. Yeah, it'll probably be the main topic of discussion today, I think. Well, those nations can't openly oppose the Empire. We, along with the races and Imperial Support Section, are more free to take action. This got opportunity to speak with the other parties involved, not just the Ball and Crossbow, but Inferior and not even Calvert too. Indeed, there was no better time for us to exchange information. It's also the ideal time to speak one's mind freely. After discussings have concluded, I'd like to speak with the Grand Prince and President myself. I guess I'll give you that, though I wouldn't mind exchanging a few words with him either. Not to talk with Ellie if there's time. Grand Princess Claudia too. Seriously, well I guess this is your best shot at getting close to her. By the way, Ash, don't you and Josh go way back? Look, it ain't confirmed, I don't really remember him. Still, you two might want to talk and clear things up. Yeah, that's about this. That's what this thing's all about, isn't it? There's gonna be dinner after the main talk. We can talk about more personal stuff then. Principal invited us here, so there's no point in acting like wallflowers. Yes, I like most of it. I should go around and talk to the attendees myself. I definitely want to check in with those from the Ball and Crossbow. I might as well talk to a representative from Calvard and Inferior too while I'm at it. Yeah, I can see them as undead abomination. Crow and Osborn as undead abominations, because technically Osborn is an undead abomination. I'm gonna do though. I know they're gonna. What the heck? Oh, that's the bottom floor. I'm confused. The top floor. Never mind. Brain failing to function. This is an odd comp. Oh, with Altina mixed in. You bulked up since I last saw you, Lloyd. You haven't grown taller as much as got wide in the shoulders. Life on the run's better than hitting the gym. I had to get my outfit retailored. Oh, I didn't notice. You see him every day, so the difference isn't as obvious. But looks more like his brother now, doesn't he? I've only seen him in pictures, but yeah, I'd say so too. Now, if only I had his height too. Is the guy abandoned you were referring to? He was once a high-ranking officer at the Crossroads Police Department, but died in the line of duty 5 years ago. Yeah, we used to live nearby. I only know him from the visions of the past I've seen here and there. He was super tall, and he seemed like a reliable guy. Really reliable guy. Yeah, I feel like such a kid compared to him. There's no use wishing I was more like my brother. I got to play the cards I've been dealt, huh? It's me you've got, not him. And I'm determined as can be to end this and walk towards independence for Crossbow. Me too. Looking like a true leader. It's no wonder you were able to shake myself and tuck Doreen off during our encounters 2 years ago. Lloyd's been through a lot. In fact, I might have had it easier than him. It's news to me that he had a brother, though. His brother sounds like an amazing person, too. I don't know about that, because, no, with the new setup you have at Wardwalk, I need to... The thing is, I understand how they have it set up here. I understand what you're trying to get at. But the problem with the Twilight itself is it doesn't just enhance negative emotions, causes negativity, and causes anger and rage. It interferes with the very laws of causality. And it's basically a sentient thing at this point, its main goal is achievable. Propaganda tool! Yeah, that's an understatement for how Rean was used. Propaganda tool, part of the cast, had to break out of prison, lost his mind, lost his best friend who then got resurrected, and then lost one of his other best friends, who he's friends in the middle of battle, and then used them as a weapon and is carrying them around constantly. That's an understatement of the century when he says Rean had an easier time than him. And speaking of cutscenes. The cutscene was Altina. He didn't even hesitate. He just went, yeah, no, I'm not dealing with this. Full out cast power. It took out a Zobel Solar in one shot. Which, yes, he didn't even need Valimar, which is terrifying. Dr. Rean, are you busy playing with nice with everyone? Well, we got to make it up most of this opportunity. Lloyd, there's a lot for us to catch up on. I'd love to get a drink or two with you if we had the time, but see, I'm coming too. How about we go to a place where no one things lands? It's got some pretty nice... Randy! Alright. That's just like Randy. Actually, that reminds me, Pixie and Mal is busy elsewhere now. That would work, as long as she's fulfilled her role. I don't think the Great Twilight itself would backlash too much, since it can backlash. It's not seen, it's like seen twice, but it is possible to have a backlash. Yeah, there's a bunch of different factions that play here, both within and outside of Livonia. But oh, the other members of the SSS and our close allies are all busy dealing with them, like Noel, Chief Sage, Dudley, and Arios. That's right, friends and Marzi help us out sometimes too. Sonya and Muriel have been keeping their heads down now. They can't do too much in senior positions. Got members of the same cross-Belianian plus I was absorbed by the Imperial Almirante, both very capable officers. That I want to hear. McVon fight for Cold Steel 2, I want to know. Yeah, they have the same objective we do, but different obligations. Not unrelated to the content of today's meeting. Okay. I'm starting to get the clear picture. You can't help but get an idea of the master plan. At all the people Musings and Wilgrim invited here. Wow, I'm impressed. You ever think about becoming a detective? I doubt I can match up to the pros. Okay, can someone tell me what's going on? Same here, the only thing I know for sure is that these two gotta stop showing off already. I believe they were just projecting your instructor, Randy. You could do the same if you tried, Randy. Hey, I'm not sure I like what you're saying, Keto. You know, I don't think I'll ever run out of things to chat with you about. So if I could bring up just one more thing, I had some, you play a bit of Vantage Masters. I think it's Kia from time to time. So if you're ever raring for a match, you let me know. Oh yeah, you're on. No, you'll have to make sure that things don't get too out of hand. You're telling me. I'd love to. Yeah. Oh, beast.
Here's to a good, clean match.
No, I have to change all of those. That's even worse. Crystal? Yeah, That's, I could see McBond doing that. I think McBond doing that. Well, at least Cold Steel 2 McBond. Because after Cold Steel 4, he gets kind of... Because I have an idea now of what's going on in the entire Cold Steel world. It took my mind a moment to process what I was thinking. But I have an idea now of the actual... insane process that is going on. What the heck is this? This makes no sense. Would he be allowed to take more initiative? Because I'm pretty sure if Campanella went all out, he could actually stop him. Enforcers have a lot of freedom, yeah, but they still have to follow a certain set of procedures. What the heck was that heal? Procedures. A lot of them just say screw it.
Good at this.
True, and this to an extent would work. Just doesn't want to screw over the main plan, which if McBond gets too excited, he might. Well, sure, I sure am lucky getting invited on Panagold to carry our exclusive interviews. So many interesting people all in one place. Ellie, Teal, listen, even Emma of the Hexen Clan. I didn't get a chance the other day in Crossville, so let me say this now. This has gotta be fate. It just must be guiding me here to interview all. What do you say? Maybe later, it doesn't take too long. Oh, sorry, but I'd prefer if you kept me out of the papers. Ever the keen journalist, Grace. Be aware of this, but you won't be allowed to publish anything about this meeting in the foreseeable future. Ah, what about the freedom of press? Just kidding. I understand that being invited to this top-secret get-together is a great privilege, and I won't be able to write about it for a while. But once international relations become somewhat normalized, maybe I'll get to be greenlit to publish a special report on this. Though all my duty as journalist is to observe and document important events. That's definitely an important role. That's a sensible approach to take. I would take everything she says with a grain of salt. You're hoping the materials you collect will win you the Pulitzer Prize, aren't you? Anyway, there's no harm in it, is there? I missed my chance last year and the year before. As with Grace, John was walking across for whatever her reasons, you must have impressed the right people to be allowed here. Oh, the man of the hour. Green Schwarzer, will you agree to an interview? I'm not at liberty to talk about a lot of things. Grace, you're putting her on the spot. She's very single-minded about interviewing people, but she's a nice person. Boo, you're no help at all, T.O. I mean, you look like Grace, so walking around and sniffing out info. Well, it's not like I'm not curious about the meeting. By the way, I was surprised that we didn't show up. Me too. She left the beer in drainage somewhere. It worries me a little. Yeah, it's kind of suspicious, huh? You're nervous. She's planning something? I don't mean to sound ungrateful since she's helped us numerous times, but we just known to pursue pretty questionable goals. I think we should give her the benefit of the doubt. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty, right? Thanks, Shane. The same could be said of my mother. Shame on Irina? Well, she's raised a wonderful daughter. There's no way she'd be a bad person. Oh, thanks. That was nice of you. Do you have any sense of scoop? Why is Ash Chevalier so sweet to you? Are you perhaps in a relationship? Grace? Control yourself. So sorry, you can tell her off any number of times. I could see McBond running assigned missions. Considering what McBond's true goal is, it's understandable. I wish that was canon. But we all know what the canon events are gonna bloody be. It's a great pleasure to have guests from the military esteemed Thor's Military Academy. So we can find your favorite That's relaxing your room satisfactory. Oh, this is a big room. Hey, Kara Nash, good to see you again. Have you back, Inspector? Yes, very much so. It was only possible thanks to everyone's help. Agate was pretty impressive with that sword of his. Really see where he got the name Heavy Blade. Those two weren't bad either. I might have taken a couple of swings if I was just one of the many taking it upon the Operation Bust Reen out. Same goes for me and Kia. Maybe your tongue was lucky, but credit goes to everyone equally. Joshua, Ash, don't feel you have something important to talk about? Ren. She's right. Don't put it off. Everything's going to shit right now. There's no guarantee you'll be able to see each other again. You should sort things out now. There's no denying that Raquel has become home to you, Ash. But I'm sure there's a value in learning about the place that led you there. Home was a small village. It had no more than a few dozen inhabitants. As a result, there were very few children living there. Love was the oldest at 16, my sister Karen was 15, and I was 6. But there was another boy too. He was 3 years old. He was too young to play with us much, but ever since he was a baby we looked after him. I was looking forward to playing with him when he was a little older. He was almost like a little brother to me. But then those peaceful days abruptly ended. A group of Jaeger drops out posing as the Royal Army opened fire on the villagers. They watched on as Jan and Emil was shot. There was blood everywhere. The son fell to the ground, blood all over his clothes. We ran too afraid to look back. Sorrow was the only thing on our minds. The boy didn't die though, he had merely fainted from shock. We had no idea. Eventually he made it out of the village. Love stayed behind to distract our pursuers. He told me and Karen to keep running. But we got ambushed by another group of Jaeger dropouts. Joshua, that's truly heart-wrenching. I've had it before, but it gets me every time. That's what happened 14 years ago, at least that's how I remember it. The boy we left behind might have a different perspective on the events of that day. Maybe he might have hated us for escaping without him. I can't blame him. To bully a fight at the Emperor Eugen should have been for me. Joshua, it's alright, Ren. It was a shock when I heard about what happened in Heimdall. I realized the burden that boy from Hamel had to live with. But even though I felt immense guilt that he hadn't checked to see if he was alive, we hadn't checked to see if he realized that we hadn't taken him with us, there was another thing too. Overwhelming joy. I can't say happy. It made me when I found out he had survived. Joshua, thanks for being patient listening to this long story of mine. I don't know why you'd bother telling me when it's got nothing to do with me, but it wasn't entirely wrong. I managed to stay awake till the end. Ash. Glad to hear it. Thanks, Ash. The Hamel tragedy took place at the same time I was first taken to Yamiya. Glad Ash was able to hear Joshua's story. Okay. One thing I have issues with the Hamel incident. Huh. The most famous figure has been shot? Huh, okay. I could see Osborn doing that. I could see Rean doing that. Yeah? Because first, before we even know about the curse, we're told it was Wiseman who hypnotized people to do it. And Wiseman, in the position he was in, would know about the curse. So they basically retcon that entire thing. But when you have someone that can change causality, changing creatures and space-time manipulating treasures, damn, confusion. Oh, I didn't notice you were there, Inspector. Hey, Rean, you these that much? Sorry about that. By the same event Joshua was talking about pretty much changing the course of my life too, so it's at least a little relevant to me. What sort of event, Ash? I thought you said Joshua's story had nothing to do with you. She's got you there. Whatever, screw all that old drama. We got plenty of new drama we could talk about instead. For example, what's going on with you and Russell, huh? The hell are you talking about? Huh? Why don't you share with the rest of the class? Ren, it's not like that. Damn, you can't even see what's right in front of your face, old man. You all know what's going on. It's obvious to anyone with half a brain. Who are you calling old? You little brat? I'm only 28. Why are you even talking like this? Talking about this? That's a very Ash way to change the topic. He used to be such a crybaby. I'm glad I just kept him safe. Not just her, it's other things about kind-hearted people. Yeah, thanks for sharing that story with us, Joshua. Of course, thank you as well, Bean, for all you've done for him. I'd be scared of some of these psychopaths, too! I never dreamed I'd be in the presence of President Calvard and the Grand Prince of Alpharia. Crown Princess Claudia and Lieutenant General Cassius are here, too. Man, this place is crammed top to bottom with bigwigs. On the other hand, I'm just some schmuck with an airship. What am I doing here mingling with all of them? What's the problem? You're great at mingling. Besides, you've helped out Lloyd and the Marina bunch. No reason for you not to be here. By the way, thanks for helping me and Ag get across the border into the Empire. Things would have been way harder without you. Tita, I told you that was no big deal. You said my bacon too in Heimdall. Seems like the food delivery service was always trying to help when we're in a pinch. It's also a lifeline for the guild too. Everyone's very thankful to have you guys around. You don't work for the Jaegers and you stay away from shady business. That counts in your favor too. Look, it's a business and we do what we have to in order to turn a profit. Oh, she's blushing. Oh, you guys, stop it! You're really teasing her, huh? Don't worry, it's friendly teasing. These as well as the branch campus used to be within Cthulhu Barony. The members of the Cthulhu Delivery Service used to be Skybranders, but they seem like decent people. Hey, Reen, you're quite the social butterfly today. Just making sure I got to talk to everyone. Cassius is the next on my list. Makes sense since you both studied with Master Kafai after all. If I'm being honest, I'm not really sure why he and Chloe agreed to come all the way here. I don't know what to think about this Dr. Cayenne. The whole meeting is giving me some bad vibes. If Yuzui's not a bad person, I promise. I can only imagine she must have been planning this for a while. She tried not to show up. The situation in the Empire was probably bothering her a lot. You noticed too, didn't you, Doctor? Yeah, I did. What I've had, Una saw right through her when they went back up.
Sure, you may also be a genius who can come up with plans to change the fate of the world, but that's beside the point. There's no way an ordinary girl like you would be okay with a plan that would cost millions of people their lives, is there?
We caught a glimpse of her true self back then. She's only 16, younger than me. I've heard this and that about the Cayenne family. The Duke before was widely believed to be just and wise noble. When he died in an accident, his younger brother inherited head over all he cared about was his personal interests. Muse's foolish uncle even started the Civil War and family was about to be stripped of their title and privilege, and yet here we are. Muse is the mastermind behind the plan to save the world. She's got more guts than anyone on the ship. I think I can empathize with her more after hearing that. Yeah, me too. Being for the pod, it's no surprise she understands. I was telling how these talks will go until they're over and done with. Regardless of what major events it had motion, we must not forget about the individuals that will be swept up. You're just one of those individuals, so do me a favor and stay by your side. I doubt you need me to tell you that, though. Haha, you really are amazing, huh? Haha, you really just you say what you think without beating around the bush, huh? I see why Tita compared you to the sun. You're bright, just felt any shadows of doubt in others. Thanks for the advice. That was my intention all along, but I need the kick to get around it. Glad to help. Good luck. Thanks. A third one? Oh. Oh, Estelle, there's something I've been dying to know. You and Josh are together, right? But how far exactly have you guys gone? That's how it's all blue. Don't try to wriggle out of it now. Finding with curiosity now. Here, you might have tried to dodge the question nonetheless. But whoa, why are you all bugging me about it? Ugh, I can't tell you why. I can't tell you when Reen's there. What if he hears? Looks like to talk about something positive. Don't want to be a sad wheel. I better go. What's up, Estelle? Still no progress? No. Need some cheering up? I would say that. Just, hey, knock it off with the leading questions. I'm not going to be listening to this. Interesting combo. I will see Reverie soon enough. I want to beat this again. I want to beat this before I get the Reverie. And I'm trying to beat it before Reverie comes out. Oh, it is taking its toll on me. But Ammo Event seems like something I should see. Well, this coffee is excellent. Yeah, and the biscuits are great. They're inferior specialty. I'm glad you're liking afternoon coffee and biscuits. What a wonderful custom. You could get used to this. Ah, so true. I was worried that you'd be pretty unapproachable and since you're Grand Prince Secretary. As far as the line, you're not that much older than us, though. You're really young, so your position must be quite different. I'm close to friends with Princess Elfin. I'm appointed especially for this occasion. My family quite well known for Fairy. You might have heard of the Salins. Let me think. Saying, where have I heard that name before? The Salin Company produces medical equipment shipped worldwide, and Fairy is famous for being at the forefront of medical research before which becomes a bartering chip in relation with other nations. The family, besides owning a prosperous medical company, has strong connections in the government. You've done your homework, huh? The constant state of affairs is deeply worrying for Inferior. The country is small and relies. That took forever to reconnect. Yeah, they do that to a lot of lore challenges. The country is small and relies on advanced technological scientific research to remain afloat. We're not prepared to deal with this war in the least. I understand your predicament. I wish there was something we could do to help. Well, let's see how these talks go fast. I was wondering what her special secretary position was all about. She's good with awards, though. She to see things from that perspective and she encourages others to help her. Yeah, Grand Prince made the right point towards supporting her. There you are, Rean. Instead of walking away through the crowd, chatting with everyone up. Are you going to talk to Kayla too? It's okay, Special Second Lieutenant Kayla. Yes, you may speak to me at any time without reservation at Chevalier. Grateful for your help the other day. My feeling you guessed who I was right at the start. I had my suspicions. Seems I interrupted your conversation. What was it about? We're just touching up on recent internal affairs in Kelvad. I'm not sure what you might so hard about the situation there. The ruling party lost to the opposition in recent elections. Once President Roxmas' term ends, he'll be forced to step down. So your entire government is being swapped out? That's a drastic change. The country is already in crisis, but there's also been activity carried out by the anti-immigration faction. I see immigration is very diverse issue. I can't speak. Divisive issue in the Republic. With each passing day, it's becoming more apparent how weak our country is. I expect the leaders to announce a new course of action after today's discussion. Thank you. I can have a handle on Kelva's situation now. Despite a young age, Kayla is remarkably sharp. Yeah, they have a bad habit of doing that. The strongest person always keeps losing to even the enemy, who's always stronger. By the way, it's so good to see you again, Kayla. How is Kalika doing? As well as ever. She's one Iron Lady. Heh, you make it sound as though a long time has passed since you were last in Kelvad. Jaka, that Kalika. Does she really think she is? Hey, you picked up on her name, huh? She's a practitioner of Taito. She's the one who taught me. I thought so. Kayla, have you been trained in Taito stuff? No, although I do admire the martial arts of swordsmanship. Soon those arts require serious dedication and investment on one's time. My, for having reached intermediate level, leaves on blade style. Green. Heh, thanks. This is an interesting combo. It's an honor to speak with you again. We haven't had the chance to talk leisurely since we were at the Esmelza Garden. It's been so long. I was kinda having an identity crisis when we last met. Somewhere you've always been too busy to really talk. Yeah, true. Damn, all generals here are strong as hell. You managed to hold McBound all on your own in Long Dark Canyon. That's pretty damn awesome. Father fought McBound as well, though he seemed alright at the time. His damaged body stuff manifested later. Have you noticed anything similar? No, luckily, I seem to be perfectly fine. I don't think it's because McBound was going easy on me. He seemed dead set on inflicting as much pain as possible. I think he might have been particularly vicious when he was fighting Viscount Arcade. I was worried about Wallace too. Good to know he's okay. It'd be nice to have a friendly duel with him one day. Well, is that Schwarzer? You look awfully serious. The situation's pretty grave. At least I finally have a sense of what direction I should be heading in. I got my allies, thank you for that, and for lending me their strength. That's good. Guys, you seem to have gotten used to your new powers. Bakon was a legend, there's no doubt about that. But I think you'll be another. That's kind of you to say. That's kind of you to say so. I hope it won't sound patronizing, but I've been concerned about you. I see now that I need to avoid. You're doing well for yourself, and you go far to you. Keep it up, huh? You know how to build my confidence. I appreciate it. They both tied on the Bakon. I'm thankful they've got a good relationship. I should speak with Cassia soon. Random maid. Dinner will be served later. The light refreshments are available at any time. If there any particular cuisine you prefer, above the bowl of fair or Calvadian, please let me know.
Now...
I know. I basically cheated the one battle in Cold Steel 1. It's like, I one-shot you! Too bad I'm at 1 health. I one-shot you! Too bad I'm at 1 health. Oh, there you are. Introducing yourself to all the important people, are you? Well, I thought it won't... Huh, what are you up to? Not much. We're merely standing around. been on the station before. I've seen all there is to it. Anyway, the talk will be over, so I might as well. It'll soon be over, so I might as well wait here. Is there something bothering her? She's not hiding it very well, is she? It's the same man from Laval, Cassius. She's been acting funny around him. I get it. He's a master D8 leaves one blade style. He used to go by the nickname Divine Blade. Hey, what are you talking about behind my back? It's rude to exclude people from the conversation when they're with you. They're right there with you. Sorry about that. How are you doing, Rosine? Everything okay? More or less. She's a report from Ouroboros activity from the high seat when I was on the way here. Nothing's happened yet, though. By the way, has there been some sort of incident in the Holy City of Alteria? I think Emma mentioned something about that too. Peter might know more about it, but as luck would have it, she's not here. Ah, yes, maybe she'll turn up eventually. Maybe, but as for me, having she's from a distance, I can relax without her annoying presence seething my teeth on edge. Enjoy it while you can. Should I ask the staff to fetch you a saucer of warm milk? Good idea. Thanks, Rosine. Sounds like the meeting is over.
Oh, you there, young man.
You're Rean Schwarzer, correct?
Yes, that's right. I'm on to make your acquaintance.
As am I. Stories of the Ashen Chevalier have certainly made their rounds across Calvert. Though I suppose not all of those stories paint you in the best light.
That's perfectly understandable. However, I hear you single-handedly destroyed a number of our tanks and gunships without killing those within. It's quite a feat which spiked my curiosity. I see now why Lady Millie and Princess Elfin and General Grant hold you in such high esteem. Thank you for the compliment. Please accept my apologies about your tanks. There was nothing personal. You've also played a part in the Northern War, didn't you? Imperial and Northumbria have been on friendly terms for quite a long time. It pained me greatly we could not do anything to help them. Your involvement contributed to a significant reduction in casualties among their citizens, though. You give me too much credit. I wasn't acting alone. You need to be so humble. I heard stories about you from refugee troops. Further affair of Northumbria was incorporated in the Arabonian Empire. Haha. Modesty is fine in trade, but it starts to degrade when people downplay your achievements. Acknowledge your importance. You're the past move's actions may vary all to set the fate of the world after all. There's still plenty of time until dinner. If you like to chat some more, I'll be in my room. Since that acting to inform them. I'll also be returning to my room until dinner. Feel free to come and see me if you wish. Just speak with Deloitte too. Or go and tell him.
I was wondering when we'd finally get the chance to meet.
Lieutenant General Bright, I've heard much about you from Master Kafai. I don't think I've had the chance to introduce myself to either Your Highness. What the heck was that, Fred? I'm Rean Schwarzer, son of Baron Tio and Tio Schwarzer, and Stephanie 8 leaves one blade school. Color worker and instructor at Sword Military Campus. Ben Campus, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, no. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you. In a way, this feels closer to a reunion than a first meeting. Perhaps it's due to all the tales I've heard about you from Tita and Josette. And from Prince Olivert as well.
I'm honored to hear that. What happened to Oliver was truly heartbreaking. He had this grand vision, you see. It was only with Erebonia's best interests in mind, but it was the entire continent. Yes, he was a great man. Viscount Victor and Tarvel were good friends of mine as well. The deaths have been dealt with great blow to Erebonia. I'd say it was felt by the whole continent. But now we must carry on without them. You know, that involves committing to something they most certainly would never approve of, huh? If you'd like, why don't you stop by and chat for a bit before dinner? Cassius, you wanted to talk to Estelle, didn't you? Yes, and the others will. Rin, Tita, Agate, please do come along, Rin. We could reminisce about Master Kappai together. I'll definitely stop by.
Oh, Rin! There you are!
Hello, Princess Elfin. Are you alright? Of course. A little shocked about the topics of discussion, but I suppose it's good we were able to talk about those pressing issues. Princess, I see. So I couldn't really intend to scare when I invited you, Princess. Because you understand this was an inevitable reality. Your presence was of the utmost importance. Yes, I'm well aware of my responsibilities. With neither father nor my brothers available, it falls to me to represent the PL family and remain informed of this kind of situation. Would you be so kind to share some of that information with us at dinner? That's the plan. We could use more info on the matters at hand. We'll be cooperating, of course. Racers, the Special Sports Section, the representatives of stores should make their voices heard too. We'll need to know where they intend to position themselves between Operation Jormungand and Millie Mirage. Dinner won't be solid for a while, though. Princess Elfin, Elise, why don't you join me for tea? You may join as well and select up the topic of discussion most likely not interest you given her easily embarrassed. I can now tell you a joke from you say, but tea sounds good to me. Yes, count me in too. Oh, maybe Claudia could join us. I'll extend an invitation to her. Inspector Rean, you'll be coming. Please do. If you insist, we'll see you in a bit. Alright. There's still time to chat with the attendants before dinner. I might want to speak with the President and Prince Zelba, the Lieutenant General Bright too. No. Oh, it's all locked between doors. Chloe, how are you? I'm well, thanks. I haven't seen you in 3 months. Good to see you again, Joshua, Ren, and you. You guys. Been a while. Tina and I saw you in Granza before we set off for Erebonia. So glad to see you again. It was the same for us, but we headed to Calbon instead. How was the Queen? Very well, thanks for asking after her. She couldn't have attended with all the attention around her right now. That's why she sent me and her steed. I see, she needed someone trustworthy to represent her. But if that takes so crucial, why didn't Julian's siege come too? See, I imagine some urgent matters kept them busy. Sieg hardly has a moment to spare working as a messenger. I see. Based on that, I suppose I have an idea what's going on. Yeah, I doubt people were just making small talk over tea and biscuits in there. Can you share anything with us, Dad? We haven't seen each other in half a year, and it's straight to business with neither hello nor hug. I suppose a father can't hope for love and affection of his daughter once she's left the nest and become independent. Don't guilt trip me for not being all sugary sweet. You seem well anyway. Haha. You too, Sunshine. Joshua, everything alright? Yeah, all's going well. So you're Chloe's bodyguard today, Dad? Oh, don't tell me that's all you're here for. I won't believe it. Well, have some patience. Everything will be revealed soon enough. Man, did you get taller? You've grown a lot since I last saw you. I'm only taller by 5 for age. I'll catch up with Tita at this rate. Oh, please don't. Look, it took me so long to stop looking like a kid. Don't worry, Tita. You're still growing. You're only 16. I still had just joined the bracelet when she was your age. It feels like it was only yesterday you were traveling around the world together. I was a Skybander back then. You might be older now, Estelle, but you're as happy-go-lucky as ever, I see. That's not the worst thing in the world, is it? As for you, Josette, even growing up, you never lost that little arching attitude. It's part of my personal identity, you see. Tita, I hear you've been making a name for yourself. Your grandfather had nothing but praise for you. Apparently, though, your mom worries about you a lot. She's a lawyer. I write her a lot to let her know I'm fine. I wrote your message to tell her everything's okay. She meant something about Aggie getting his comeuppance the next time she sees him, too. She says she was drafting a new research project involving human test subjects. What? Mom. It's like the good old days again. That reminds me, Estelle, did you see Zin when you were in Calvert? I did. It was just before I came to Erebonia. He asked me to pass a message for him to Dad and a few others. Oh, brilliant. They've got lots to talk about. I don't want to interrupt the fun, and I should come back later. Oh, hello, Instructor Rean. Rean, sorry we caught up in catching up. We didn't mean to exclude you. Don't be shy, boy. Come and join us, sure, if you don't mind. You came in here for one thing, so... I would see that in Cold Steel 3, but the thing is with S-Crafts is they do it by game, so they'd have to give Rean a new S-Craft in the game since they always upgrade the S-Crafts between games. They should have done it in Cold Steel 3 and upgraded it halfway through the story. Yeah, but instead they did it in this one. You seem to be enjoying yourselves. That's no, not in Cold Steel 1 and 2 they didn't. No, they didn't. I'm being an idiot. But there's no surprise when your good friends get together. They bonded down the orbital shutdown phenomenon. Incredible, Oliver is no longer with us, and Cherizos had gone missing as well. Together, so we must stay focused on what's ahead of us and try to remain optimistic. Rise words. By the way, I'm happy to see you, Rean. Master Fire has been telling me about you. The young man has... This young man has even more potential than you, Cassius. I'm sure that's not true. He must have been teasing you. Besides, there are so many complicating facts about what you can't change, Rean. And by the way, I got a letter about a month ago from a certain man on the Eastwood Johnny. You don't mean Master Kafai? I was still in prison then. Yeah, so I heard. Oddly enough, it was foretold in the letter. Whether it was prophecy or just a wild guess, I couldn't tell. A finally accurate prediction. What was the letter about exactly? That's the thing, Rean. In light of the current situation, I'm afraid I can't tell you yet, huh? It's not the right time nor place. But to give you a rough idea, the letter regards the mastery of our school of swordsmanship. This time, that's Cold Steel 3. The forms our master passed on to me are the Frost Helix and the Seventh Void. You, however, seem to be trying to touch on all 7 forms, and in doing so, go beyond even the Void. It sounds difficult such a feat will do for you, don't you? Of course, the way I am now, I'm not confident I could ever achieve it, but you're right, this isn't the place to discuss it. Just keep in mind, we'll come back to it later. I'll relay your master's message for you once the circumstances are right. You've yet to see where today's talk leads to. By the time when great determination and sacrifice are needed, there's no doubt to come. I'll be ready for it. Ah, they got on like a house on fire. Yeah, you couldn't tell they only just met. Having something unique as common like the fighting style brings people together. I'm feeling a bit jealous now. Hell, looks like we're the outsiders. I totally get that though. Are you feeling left out too? Nah. Why would I? Excuse me for butting in up to the cross for times. Could you please spare some time for a quick interview? Your Grace, serious about your job, I see. I bet Niall and Dorothy gave you the list of questions for the attendees too. How it's finally become shredded. Yeah, that would work. Everyone's been moving around. Still time to chat with the attendees before dinner. I'm gonna have to end the stream here. I wanted to get through as much as I could, but I didn't realize there was so much dialogue, and I won't be able to get through all of this within that time I have left. So, we're gonna go and raid Pall Mall. About improved S-Craft from folks.
No.
Yeah, I could see it. So, getting cut myself off like it's annoying, but later everyone.